International League action just a few moments away, but as final preparations are being made, let's get a look at tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Juan Paulino will be our man to watch, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do with them. And from what I saw, balls were flying all over the yard off his bat. Well, that performance was big for his team, and I'm sure they're hoping he can do it again in this one.
Okay, we're looking forward to this one. Lineups and first pitch on the show coming up next. Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders and the Buffalo Bisons. And before we get on with things here this evening, a look at the 2 starting lineups we'll see featured tonight. And then briefly, let's take a look at the 2 starting pitchers who get the assignment here. Juan Paulino leads things off now in the top half of the second.
First baseman, Juan Paulino.
Now the first pitch. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0.
1-0. Hey, let it rip. Here we go, guys.
Here's the 1-0. Hit softly to the right side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Bobby Rosa will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Here's the pitch. And this is on the ground toward the hole. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Just an airmail shot that time. The pickup's good, but this ball just sails straight over his head at first base. Good effort to try and go up and get it, but this is well out of his reach.
Juan Paulino.
Here's the first offering. Now a ball hit hard toward first, but a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Efren Navarro will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. And he's retired 1 away.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Pitch on the way. Oh, that looked like it caught him squarely in the arm. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Juan Paulino will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Hey, nobody.
First pitch coming. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Ready now on 1-1. And the 1-1 is in the air now out to center. Green is underneath this one. And he's got it for out number 1. Victor Mendoza will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Here comes a 2-2. Runner goes for second. Now he runs up and gets this one down. Throw goes to first here, so it works just as they drew it up, and now the possible tying run is in scoring position at second.
Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of him.
Now here's the first pitch. Juan Paulino is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The next pitch. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Here's the 1-1. High and wide, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Nipped the corner, 2-2. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Too high, ball 3.
He knows the drill out there. You've got to make him swing the bat. And not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Full count offering on its way. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. The next 3-2. And he's just going to make him throw as many pitches as he can as he fouls another one away, and it's still folded 3-2. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Cole Figueroa will try and keep it going. 3 for 3 thus far. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. First offering on the way. Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. In there, the base hit. And he will make it around as he gets in there at third on what was a terrible throw.
They're applying a little pressure here for one of the first times tonight. That puts runners at the corners now with 1 away, so this becomes an opportunity they need to take advantage of.
Kyle Drabeck will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9.
Kyle Drabeck.
Derek Hensley will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Now the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Runners are at first and third, one away. The 1-1. Right back to the outside part of the plate, but that misses as well. It's 2-1. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Here he comes on 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Gonzalez waits on deck. Runners are at the corners with one man out. 3-2, here it comes. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Number 97, try and turn it around. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts thus far.
Hey, your pitch, no one better.
Now here's the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
He's ready now. The pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. He's set. Now the pitch. Off the plate at 94, 1-2.
Yeah, and he didn't want that one to be in the strike zone. Even with the bases loaded, this is still a strikeout situation, remember.
Bases are loaded here, one man out. Here comes a 1-2. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Again, a 1-2. And he will look at a called third strike. Oh, and a big one there as the bases stay loaded, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a third strikeout of the game. Luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
Stepping in now, Alberto Ruben. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Well, this is a spot where it helps to have a two-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitter.
The 1-0. Now a fly ball, right center field. Nobody's going to catch up with this one. It's going to get down for extra bases. 2-run score. And he will score as well. It's a 3-run double, and they push the lead here up to 4.
Oh, and after the previous guy failed to do the job, suddenly you're thinking this threat might go by the wayside. But he says, hey, don't go to sleep on me here with 2 away. He's going to pick up his teammate by driving everybody home with a 3-run double.
Jeff Sanchez will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
The 1-2. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Yeah, and it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Ryan Goins will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
One out now. Put him away. Give me your best pitch right here. Here you go now.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting, first baseman, Efren Navarro.
Efren Navarro will stand in as their last chance now. And now pitch on the way. Swing and an easy one for the first baseman. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, here we go. Tack another one onto that winning streak. They've now got it up to 6 in a row, and it's not looking like this hot spell's going to end anytime soon.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him here. You'll see on the line score, 4 hits, including that big home run. You'd have to say he was instrumental in leading these guys to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Scranton Wilkes-Barre comes out victorious, 4-0. Good night, everybody.
4 runs on 8 hits. 1 error. They left 9 minutes.
Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Tonight it's the third of this four-game weekend series between the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders and the Pawtucket Red Sox. And before we progress any further, let's have a quick look at our two starting lineups for tonight. And let's also get a brief look at our two starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there. Juan Paulino digs in at the plate.
Batting fourth, first baseman, Juan Paulino.
First offering on the way. Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. EK, you take a look at our homestanding nine as they enter play here this evening. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And that last win gets them a step closer to the 500 mark. They can actually reach 500 if they can pull this one out.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Ready now on 1-1. Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And he fights this one off to stay alive. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Stephen Harmon will stand in for the first time here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he doesn't get much on the swing here as this is pulled down the first base line. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. A look there at our scouting report is here's what you'll see out of this 23-year-old right-hander. Dilson Herrera will start things off in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-2. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. 1 away.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Juan Paulino will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time.
Paulino.
Hey, we got one here, guys. Hey, see a decent guy. What do you say?
Now the first pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be two. The second for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. Harvey Beal will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around.
Play for one. Here we go. Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. And the payoff pitch here is hit on the ground down to third. On to first, and there were two down. Stephen Harmon will dig in now. 1 for 2 to this point. Here comes a 1-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So nothing doing here after the 6-run outburst the inning before. 3 innings complete. Pawtucket's out in front, 8-2. Brock Holt will be the batter. He singled home a couple in his last at-bat. Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out.
Yeah, on a slow chopper like that, that is the third baseman's ball if he can get to it. He's got the momentum going the right way towards first base, so he'll just cut right in front of the shortstop and make that play to first.
Corey Spangenberg will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Now the 1-2. Now a bunt attempt here. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play, and they're going to take care of him at first.
Juan Paulino will stand in looking to turn things around. He struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start. Here's the first offering. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Hey, come on now, fellas. Hey, have a good rip up there, huh?
Here's the 1-0. Grounded fouled off to the right side. The 1-1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Hey, you got it. No one better. Let's go, kid. Hey, roll 2 right here.
Here comes the 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate, and look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Steven Moya will try it again. He homered back in the first inning of this one. Here comes a 2-2. Runner goes for third. Swinging an easy one for the first baseman. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
First baseman, number 7, Darren
Corey Spangenberg will step in now to lead off the home half of the seventh. Now the pitch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And he's set down, one away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Dilson.
Juan Paulino will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. Nothing in one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Bases are empty, one man out. Here's the pitch. And a curveball, 79 miles an hour. It's in there, 0-2.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
Hey, come on now, big dog.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Darren Durham will stand in. He homered back in the second inning of this one. 2 out with the man at first.
Here we go now. Let's go. Here we go.
Here's the 1-1. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We've played 8 full. The Paw Sox are out in front, 9-4. Brandon Workman will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the ninth.
Number 67, Brandon.
A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll put Time for baseball of the AAA variety as the show brings you coverage from the International League. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Indianapolis Indians and the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. And before we progress any further, let's have a quick look at our two starting lineups for tonight. And let's also get a brief look at our two starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there. Tom Ryu will step in now. The 1-2. Good pitch there on 1-2 as this is pulled down to third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. So a fine changeup there to get the ground ball. Just one of a handful of pitches he'll feature moving forward as you take a look at the scouting report right there. Jack Perky digs in at the plate. Runners on first with one down. The 1-1. And this is hit hard on the ground to first. The second for one. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Juan Paulino will stand in for the first time here.
First baseman, Juan Paulino.
Let's go right here, man. Let's do it.
One down now. One down.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Now the first pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. EK, you take a look at our visitors as they enter play here this evening. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And slowly but surely, they're getting back towards 500. But they can even get to 500 if they can come up with a win here.
Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd foul. Now time is marked out by the home plate umpire. He's set, now the pitch. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Tony Sanchez will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Here's the 1-1. 1-1 pitch swung on and pulled down the line to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Justin Sellers will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. Now a swing and a sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Scranton leads it 1-0. Juan Paulino will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time.
Juan Paulino.
Here's the first offering. First pitch to him here is hit on the ground to the left side as he doesn't waste any time. That's into left for a base hit.
Some guys, you almost do him a favor if you pitch away from him. Here, he's just doing what he does best. Great balance here. Good swing path, and he drives it the other way.
Stepping in now, Derek Hensley, and a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hey, wait for a good one and drive, and I'll pitch one out.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in a strike zone.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sinker misses there, and now he's in trouble. 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
Hey, nice and patient. Get your pitch.
Now the 3-1 home. And that one is a cold strike as he's rebounded to run it full now. 3-2.
Make your pitch. Shut him down right here.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
This is where you can get a sense for a young guy's character out there. You know, okay, he got a raw deal on a couple of those calls, but some guys get angry, some get motivated. Others, they just go into a shell. We'll have to see how he responds.
First offering on the way. Now a check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. Comes set. Now the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
Where's that one now? Come on, okay, here we go.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
2 out, bases loaded.
Hey, push it first. Push it first.
Here comes a 1-2. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2.
And I think that's what they were trying to set him up for. Going with that changeup down in the zone on a 1-2 count. Very difficult to react to, but he did a great job of holding back.
Hey, come on now, big dog. Get your pitch. Come on, baby.
Here comes a 2-2. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? 1 run scored. Throw to the plate, and the second run will score as well.
Well, errors are gonna happen. They're just part of the game, but this obviously is a bad time to make a mistake like this. That allows 2 runners to come in and score, and that's the kind of letdown that'll cost you ball game.
Tom Ryu will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. He's ready. Now the pitch. On it's Taylor made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
As a pitcher, that's how you pick your defense up behind you. They make an error leading off the inning, well, you give him another chance right away, and he gets his man right here to bounce into a tailor-made double play.
Solomon Snyder will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. Here's the 1-2. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Home half of the 5th coming up. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Juan Paulino will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around.
One down.
Now here's the first pitch. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Here we go, boys.
Here's the 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Boy, good pitch, good spot. That thing tailed right back over the outside corner.
Here we go now. Let's go. Here we go, fellas. Let's go.
The 1-1 home. Hit hard back up the middle. Base hit.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can dismiss hitters' timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Derek Hensley will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Now the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
Hey, grounder right here. Hey, come on now, fellas.
He's set. Now the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Well, come on now, big dog. Get your pitch.
Going 2 right here. Here we go.
Hey, ground ball right here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Let's go.
In there, 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Stay out of the double play. 2. Let's roll it up. Good one right here.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece on it, huh? Let's go.
Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll dive back in safely.
There you go. See it up. Let it fly.
Get yourself right here. Let's go, baby.
Now the 1-2 changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
Ground ball. 1-2 for you right here.
Hey, come on now. Get him yourself.
Be patient. Get this pitch, huh? Hey, let's go right here.
Hey, wait, just 2. Let's roll it up, huh?
Good.
Check this guy out. That's it. Hey, all right, here we go.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting,
Number 97 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far.
Hey, 2 out. Come on, fellas. Let's go. Hey, see it. Right there.
First pitch coming. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece.
Let's go, boys. Here we go. Right now, fellas.
Pause, now the pitch.
All right, come on now.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
Come on here.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
Here we go. Hey, come
Ready now on 1-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
He just keeps getting himself into trouble out there. Here's another guy that you gotta make swing the bat.
Come on, guys.
Fly, let's go right here. Hey, get your pitch, see through, Ron. Let's go.
From the stretch.
Hey, take it first. Take it first.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
You got it. Make your pitch.
Load up.
Here now the 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Jack Perky will dig in. He homered back in the 4th. Here he comes on 2-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Chapman is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Juan Paulino will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
Juan Paulino.
Hey, let the kid up there clear off. All right. One out now.
Now here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. Comes set, now the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
He's ready now, the pitch. A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2. Both teams with 6 hits so far.
Wait for a good one now. Hey, get a good one here right now. Give him the green light.
Hey, roll up here now.
1-2. And this is hit sharply toward the third base coaching box, a foul ball.
Hey, need a strikeout right here. It's your guy. Get your pitch, huh?
Come on, guys. Get your pitch up there.
Again, a 1-2. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
Hey, give him yourself right here.
Turn 2 right here. Here we go.
2-2. Oh, not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Yeah, now in hindsight, you could have had runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, but they roll the dice. They're trying to pick up that run from first, and it winds up not working out for him.
Anthony Bass will get the ball, looking to get the final out now here in this 7th inning. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
He waits, now the pitch. Ball 1.
You've got options here, so you don't need to go after this guy if you don't want to.
1-1 on the way. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. Has a look, now the pitch. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So no runs here on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Indianapolis leads it 5-3. Chris Martin will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Number 75, Chris Martin.
Tom Ryu will stride in, grounded out his last time through.
He's in the palm of your hand. All right, here we go now. Let it rip right here. We need you. There we go.
The pitch. Grounded softly to the left side. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Solomon Snyder.
Solomon Snyder will dig in. He singled his last time around.
Clutch up here. Get a strikeout.
The right-hander deals on 1 and 2. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. Indianapolis is out in front, 6-3. Fernando Francisco will come on now, trying to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Fernando Francisco.
Juan Paulino will stand in as their last chance now.
21, Juan Paulino.
First pitch coming.
Hey, come on now. One time. Right here.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Come on now. Here we go.
Now here it comes.
Here we go.
1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Up high. 2-1 now. And now a pitch on the way. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Boy, these guys have come in here and really put it to them so far. They've taken each of the first 3 games of this series, so they're going to look to close out the rare 4-game road sweep here tomorrow.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here?